While 6 months pregnant, I uncovered my husband had a clandestine wedding with his mistress. And his entire family attended, whispering, "Make sure she can't hear us," right outside my room. But before I made plans, they all got into a car accident on the way home. You think you know someone. You think you've built a life, a family, a future with them. But what if one day, 6 months pregnant, you discover your husband isn't just cheating? What if he's literally marrying another woman with your entire family's blessing? And then, what if fate decides to deal out its own twisted justice? I was 6 months pregnant, my belly rounding, our little boy, Jack, already excited to be a big brother. We were a family, or so I thought. My husband, Finney, was perfect. He'd bring home cake if I had a craving, buy Jack any toy he wanted, no matter the price. My wife and son are the most important people in my life, he'd say, pulling us both into a warm hug, his voice full of so much love. My own mother used to tell me, even if he were our own son, he couldn't do more. I trusted him completely. I honestly believed that even if every other man in the world cheated, Finney would be the one exception. He wore that mask of a devoted husband and father so flawlessly. But here's the kicker. This perfect man, my Finney, had been living a double life. For years. He had another woman, another child, and a whole other wedding, not legally registered, but lavish, joyous, a complete spectacle. And his entire family? My mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, they all knew. They dressed in their brightest clothes, laughed and joked with this woman's little girl, praising Finney like he was a king. It was like the happiest day for them. What hurt the most wasn't just the raw betrayal, it was seeing their joyful faces, knowing they'd kept the secret, celebrated this farce, while I was at home, pregnant and completely oblivious. But then, fate stepped in. On their way back from this wedding, driving drunk on the highway, they got into a horrific accident. Finney died at the scene. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law were left in a vegetative state. Days later, this other woman shows up at my door, kid in tow, demanding a share of Finney's estate. I couldn't help but smile, a bitter, hollow thing. Because the life insurance? It had only one name on it. Mine. Just mine. The truth, when it finally hit, was like a physical blow. He'd started seeing her in our second year of marriage. And I would never have known, if she hadn't sent me that photo on purpose. It was still dark outside when I sat on the edge of my bed, phone clutched in trembling hands, an icy cold spreading through me. I was 6 months pregnant, remember? Just getting out of bed was a struggle. I stared at the empty space beside me. Finney had been gone for days, on a business trip, he said. He still called every day, asking about Jack, about the baby, if I'd slept well or eaten. His voice, always so full of concern. But that night, he made a mistake. His phone sent me a picture of him, her, and a little girl, a family portrait. He deleted it instantly, but it was too late. I'd seen it. The intimacy, the ease between them, it was unmistakable. I stayed awake the entire night, the image burned into my mind. Just before dawn, I heard rustling outside our bedroom. Mom, this full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.